Hey everyone, welcome to another installment of Harry Potter Theory. Today, we're going to be discussing the Sacred 28. More specifically, we'll be diving into why the Potter family were excluded from this exclusive list. Let's start with the most obvious question. What is the Sacred 28? Well, as you may already know, it's actually more of a question of who rather than what. Alright, so who exactly are they? And how did they come to be? The Sacred 28 is a pureblood directory of the wizarding world's supposed most pureblood magical families, which is to say, the witches and wizards whose ancestors had not muddied their bloodlines with muggle integration. A pureblood was classified as a witch or wizard who had no muggles, squibs, muggle-borns or half-bloods in their family tree. This extremely prejudiced list was released in the first half of the 20th century, sometime in the early 30s. Although the author of the publication remained anonymous, it was widely rumored to have been penned by cantankerous Knot, with the Knot family, of course, making the list. However, whoever the author may have been, there is little doubt that the idea behind this despicable directory began with the intolerant ideologies of Salazar Slytherin, one of the four founders of Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. You see, Salazar was extremely open about his anti-Muggle sentiments, and not only did the Sacred 28 encourage the discrimination of Muggles, it also outlined the same wizarding families who Salazar himself had believed to be of pure magical blood. The assertion that some wizarding families were more pure than others was met with mixed review by the wizarding community. Some openly rejected their inclusion in the directory, as they rightly knew that their relatives had married Muggles in the past, and they did not feel that this fact made them less than other magical families. However, sadly, many more wizarding families were upset at not being on the list. But while the list does indeed account for 28 pureblood wizarding families, it's worth noting that one of the most famous surnames in Harry Potter, you guessed it, Potter, is excluded from the list. The Potters were purebloods, weren't they? Why were they excluded from this prestigious list? While yes, the Potters were indeed recognized as a pureblood wizarding family at the time of the questionable list publication, they certainly aren't now, it just so happens that they were excluded due to suspicions from the list's compiler. However, this was mainly based around speculation. Apparently, the Potters weren't included in the Sacred 28 because of the surname Potter's connection to the Muggle world. Because Potter was also a common Muggle surname, the compiler deduced that the wizarding Potters simply couldn't be purebloods. He felt as though the Potters must have sprung from what he considered to be tainted blood. To be fair though, I'm not sure a good wizarding family like the Potters would want anything to do with the list in the first place. The existence of the list is increasingly bizarre when we also consider the fact that, traced far enough back, nearly every family tree had a few non-magical ancestors in its ranks. And that's it for this video. If you enjoy the content, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, remember, it does not do to dwell on dreams and forget to live.